Hello and welcome back to another video on Diablo 4. So today we're going to be talking about the Necro and we're going to be going over a Minion build. A lot of people wanted to see the Minion build and I finally got the gear. It took about a day and a half to farm the gear. So I finally was able to farm the gear for this and so let's go over the gear real quick. This is just your straight up all Minion damage. I only have Bone Spear to apply vulnerable pretty much and that's pretty much it. I just manage my minions, use taunt. Blood Mist, a little bit extra damage, and makes you immune for 3 seconds. Corpse Tendril, another way to apply vulnerable. This just always spamming this. And Decrepify, this another one you're always, whenever you go into a new pack, you're gonna, curse the pack, obviously. So, and then Bone Spear Curse. So those are, and then if it's like an elite pack, like Suppressor or something, you can just like send your Golem in, taunt them up. And then make sure you're raising skeletons if any of your minions are getting low. Because raised skeleton is what summons the priest to heal them. Alright, so let's go over the gear real quick. So we got two-handed sword. Now, the guide that I was following on Max Roll said to use two-handed scythe, but I wanted more. Like, this build has no damage. It's literally zero damage build. So I went with the two-handed sword for the crit damage on the base. You got intellect, crit, von, core. Core is useless. I wanted close damage, couldn't find it. Beggars can't be cheaters. So imprinted, minion gain 80% damage after 10 seconds. So yeah, that's good. More damage. Boots, we got 2 skeleton warriors on there. Some move speed, dodge, essence cost, and plus corp tendrils. They're okay. Pants, I went for life. Total armor. It's got poison resist and max life. And I imprinted minions gain 20% damage reduction. Harden is really good for this build because your minions can get blown up. So you want to have Harden so they don't die as easily. Gloves are actually pretty nice. The attack speed's low, but whatever. Attack speed, crit chance, lucky hit chance to restore primary resource. And then your maximum number of skeleton mages increased by 2. The gloves are pretty good. Alright, let's go on the chest. Max minion life, total armor, max life, damage reduction. Pretty good. And then imprinted every 8 seconds, your skeleton mages cast a blizzard. And the blizzard is really nice. It's always casting, so I like that. And then I have Shaco, so I'm just wearing Shaco, more damage. And then the necklace, we're going with each time you summon a minion, damage enemies, 21% attack speed for 3 seconds up to 63%. This one's really nice, and that's why I put a max roll on there, because it's a really nice. This one plus hardened bones is probably the 2 aspects that you really want for the build. Movement speed, minion attack speed, essence cost reduction, hellbent commander. This is a really nice necklace. So I got really lucky on that. Ring of Mendelin. Now, they made this a really common drop. I've gotten several of these. I kept the 2 best ones, and this is the best one I've gotten so far. So this one's pretty common. It used to be pretty rare, like extremely rare, as in I've only ever gotten 1 before this season. So really nice to see that they made the drop rate higher on this. But it's got a mediocre roll. It's okay. And then my next ring is going to be crit chance, crit damage, run damage, lucky hit chance. Too bad that critical damage is not close and vulnerable damage isn't close. I want to close on one of those. Anyways, I put Splinter on there so they become vulnerable. That's why I was mentioning earlier with the Bone Spear. So yeah, that's the gear. Let's hit into the Book of Dead. Additional Warrior on the first one. The second one is going to be the Essence. And then Golem is going to be 20% of max life, shuts corp. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm still playing with it, so I'm not sure how I feel about the Golem one. Okay, so abilities. Let's go into the skill tree real quick. So Bone Splinter, and then 1 here in Enhanced. And then Max Bone Spear, 1 point Enhanced, 1 point Paranormal. And then we have 3 points in Hewed. Okay, and then down here, 1 Mist, 1, 3 in Skeletal, 3 Grim Harvest, 3 in Fueled by Death. We got 1 in Decrepify, 1 Enhanced, 1 into the Decrepify again. And we took all 4 of these, Death's Reach, Death's Embrace, Amplify, and Skeleton. Maxed all those. You come down here to Tendril, 1 point here, 1 point enhanced, 1 point into Plague. Okay. And then you're going to come down here, 3 into Golem, and then 3, 3, 3, and then, yeah, 6 here because of the necklace. So this one's really nice, more damage. So these are all maxed. And then your last point is going to go into the Edic. Alright, so Paragon, let's go with Paragon real quick. First board is Mage, okay. That's alright. Second board, Dead Razor, okay. Legendary Nodes Cult. And then we go to Control. Where's that node at? And this one's Hawking. This one's really good for Golem. So your Golem doesn't get, like, clapped, like, by Duriel, right? When, like, Duriel does his charge. Alright, and then the last one is Warrior, and that is Under Scent of Death. So that's the Paragon board. Forgot to do the packs. So packs, Metamorphosis, Coven's Fangs, Feed the Coven, Prey on Weak, and then Ravenous. Dude, Ravenous, I feel like they're gonna, like, I don't know, like, Ravenous is pretty OP. What do you guys think about Ravenous? I think it's too overpowered. I think it's too good. I hope they leave something like that permanently in the game, because I like to build around that. So, pros and cons about the build. Let's start with cons. Cons. You can't tell your minions what to attack. You can tell your golem what to taunt, but you can't tell them what to attack. So when you're running around, normally you have to run into the mobs and then back up. So that's a huge con to me. I hate that. I hate that you can't tell your minions to run ahead of you and attack stuff. So yeah, that's annoying. It's kind of slow. It's pretty slow. It's not as slow as Bone Spear though. Bone Spear is faster clear time, so therefore it's faster. But as far as moving around, Minion's pretty freely moving around. Bone Spear, you're always stopping to throw Bone Spears, and you're not really moving that much. Survivability is not that high, but I could fix that by just optimizing my gear and getting 70% and all the resist. For example, my pants have poison resist, not needed. I could change that to a resist I actually need. So, yeah, so other cons, the biggest con for me is you can't tell the minions what to attack, and then they don't do enough damage. This build does no damage. Bloodlust, Blood Surge did way more damage. There's the Blighted build that does way more damage, and then, of course, Bone Spear. Pros, it's really AFK. I can go AFK farm like the green zone with this build. I can literally just stand in the green zone and AFK it. And I might die, but typically I haven't died yet. So I mean, it's pretty good to AFK farm if you gotta, have a lunch call, a Zoom call, or whatever, and you just want to farm some gold or something AFK. This could be one of those things you could do. So let me show you what I mean by AFK farm. So normally you can sit over here at these things and people will summon this, right? Like just from me sitting here, randoms will come and summon this. And if you have good enough gear, like I have pretty good decent gear, you could sit here and tank, and your minions will kill everything. And generally nothing has spawned here that would kill them yet. So I mean it's pretty good. Let me click this one. Yeah, let's see if this guy will click the other one. All right, so he's gonna click it. So this is what I mean by you can't target. Like, I just wish I could target the minions. Like, have them, target farm something. But I mean, I'm not sure what the other player's doing. He's only level 55, I think he was. So he can't be doing too much, right? Oh, and then when you do your blood mist, it shoots out these like ghost things. I think that's pretty cool. It's probably one of the cooler things they've added. That and the search feature. The search feature is by far the best thing they've added for this season, 100%. Alright, so now the bosses are spawning. And then you see how they were attacking me, and then I had my golem taunt him. I could have sworn I just watched my golem fall over there. So, I mean, normally I stand over here when I'm AFK farming this, because you still get all the drops, and your minions will walk down the screen and hit stuff, and it's a lot safer than standing in the middle, especially if you don't have gear for it. But, I mean, I like it just because it can AFK farm. That's the reason I like the build. There's no other reason I would play this build. It's not as fast as the other builds. It's definitely not as fast as Blood Surge, Bone Spear. And I haven't tried Blighted yet, but I played Blighted, and I've played it before, and it was okay. And now it's supposed to be OP, but I haven't tried it. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys some Helltide real quick. So give me 1 second. All right, so earlier I was running Helltide as usual. You guys better be doing your Helltides on cooldown because you need those living steels, and you can't trade and buy them anymore. So they're really hard to get. So always be doing your living steels. And this is the first time this has ever happened to me, ever. Out of all the living steel and Helltides I've done, I've never had this happen. And this is the other reason I like to build. You see how I'm just pulling the mobs? I just throw a spear into like four different packs, and then they kind of come and like join in the middle, and my minions kill them all. I really like that. It's slower than Bone Spear though, right? It's not like I just throw 3 Bone Spears and the pack dies. But I mean, it's just convenient. It's just this is like the streamer's best friend build because it's like I don't even have to watch the screen typically, unless there's like a one-shot boar or something, you know, that one-shots you. But I like the build. It's fun. If you like minions, if you like to play Necromancer at like a true Necromancer and raise the dead and have an army of you know Walking Dead, then Necromancer is very usable. Now I wouldn't push high GRs or anything with this. Now this is what I wanted to show you guys. So you see, I just opened this living chest. It gave me 3, a stack of 3, and then an extra 2. I've never had this happen ever, not one time. This is the first time I've ever had that happen. So, Pog in the chat. That's 1 kill right there. So I just need 5 more and I can get another one. So that's huge. I just had to show you guys that. I didn't even know that's possible. So would I recommend that you play Minion? No. Would I recommend you play Bone Spear? Yes. Would I recommend you play Blood Surge? No. Bone Spear. Like a lot of people I talk to don't have friends they play with. They play solo. And you need to be able to kill bosses and clear maps. So there's not really a good balance of the two. Bone Spear seems to be the best for everything. Like the rotation currently in the game, Bone Spear is going to be where you want to be at. It's got good boss kill, it's got good clear speed, and it's got decent survivability. So I will be going back to Bone Spear. Okay, I've tried all the builds except the Blighted build, and one other like niche build that I'm never gonna try anyways. And I mean like Bone Spear is just dominant. So if you guys are looking for a necro build that you want to play, I would go Bone Spear. But like I said, all the other builds I played are usable for all the content currently in the game. Blood Surge just has no damage. Minions just has no damage. So that's the only issue I have with that. They're just slower. They're not meta builds. But if you are a casual Andy and you don't care about speed and efficiency, well, you might have fun playing the Minion build. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about the Minion build. If you are going to play it, if you're going to try it, let me know. I personally really highly suggest you go Bone Spear though. But yeah. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video. That's going to be it for this one. And hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch y'all. Peace.